on this and whether or not a potential meeting could help spur negotiations over North Korea's nuclear program. Dean Cheng joins us as an East Asian expert at the Heritage Foundation. So, Dean, what could a third handshake, do you think, really accomplish, or is it just another action for show?
Well, I think that one of the key takeaways from Hanoi, where President Trump walked out of the meeting, is that if there isn't some substance, he's not going to just basically agree to something in order to score points or burnish his image.
Well, so what substance could there be? I mean, if he says he's going to just go to the DMZ and shake Kim Jong-un's hand?
Well, at this point, the real question is going to be whether the North Koreans will make any kind of meaningful commitment towards denuclearization. Frankly, I'm not optimistic about that, but it is, if Kim Jong-un actually shows up, it does mean that he presumably is going to put something on the table, because I think it was pretty embarrassing for him for Trump to just walk out because the North Koreans put nothing on the table.
What do you think that something could be?
He might be willing to offer up 1 or 2 nuclear warheads. That has always been one of the possibilities. He might be willing to put something other than Yongbyon on the table in terms of shutting down parts of the North Korean nuclear infrastructure. On the flip side, he's certainly going to demand, once again, that we, the U.S., end some of our sanctions regime on the North Koreans. This is going to be a really tough call. It could just be a photo opportunity.
Now, previous presidents have visited after the presidency, President Carter and President Clinton. So what to you is the significance? If the current president of the United States actually steps over that border, sets foot in North Korea, a nation in which we gave treasure and blood during the Korean conflict, and a nation in which we are still technically at war.
Well, President Trump has already broken precedent simply by meeting Kim Jong-un, which no sitting U.S. president had done. So stepping across the border would actually be consistent with the meeting between Kim and President Moon of South Korea, where, again, Kim actually took Moon by the hand and took him over the border 1 or 2 steps into the DMZ.
Although there's the difference between the South Korean president doing that and the American president, obviously.
Oh, of course. But what it would also do is it would make very clear that the U.S. and South Korea, interestingly, are both basically making inroads into trying to normalize relations.
But at the same time, the talks with Stephen Biegun, I mean, they've basically been frozen. It's a stalemate. And North Korea has not declared anything, not let international inspectors in, not really dismantled anything of significance, and he has not really taken one step to try and move toward denuclearization.
No, that's exactly right. This is the problem. So you have a lot of public image, you have a lot of smiling faces, a lot of handshakes, a lot of summit meetings, great photo opportunities, but the real substance of denuclearization hasn't moved. What is Kim getting out of this? He's getting some nice photo opportunities, a chance to, be photographed with the President of the United States, the most important person out there. But at the end of the day, North Korea's economy continues to limp along in the face of American sanctions.